Ah. Dead camera chip. Hey Greg, welcome, first person. Just leaving a very technical note there. Hey Anel. Yes, just doing the summary of last night's events. So that's dead. Ding dong. So what we're going to do is we happen to have some of the same boards. Another 3476. This one is the one that runs very slow. But this is a board I purchased off eBay. Faulty board, but still with some potential to work. And the main initial fault that I remember seeing on this was that the CPU temperature sensor chip was all messed up. So I'm going to do a swap, put a new one on there, and see if we can get this back to life, and if so, then it may be a potential chance to revive this machine for the customer. In theory. Theories are great. So basically, new board, let's try it again. I really, really hate this fan design on these boards. It just loves tearing that flex. And you got a choice between tearing the flex or breaking off the standoff. So, fun choices. And I gave back that MacBook Air that had the dud screen. That's just been picked up. So unfortunately that's a bit of a dead end. Didn't win on that one at all. Let's see, Saturday night I have some KY wine, maybe a little sluggish KY wine. That sounds a little sus. Hey Jared Jakovitz. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the parts that we did take off that board, and I suppose I should clean that up. Otherwise we'll smear this pointless paste all over the inside of the baggie. And that can just go back in with the customer's rest of their stuff. Ooh. Along with the 4 screws. Maybe I'll leave it out of there. Okay. At least that way I can't be accused of stealing anything from people. Audio? Greg, you got a problem here with audio? AAL 3083, drunk readings, eh? So I don't know what else this has endured. So that's some grimy stuff in there, but that's probably my fault. Alright, okay, audio seems to be fine. Wait, yeah, maybe I know why I'm not going to go for this. Damn it. Really? It's just not my day. There's a whole bunch of ears missing. Alright. If you check the other boards that I've got. Hey, Roger Dodger. P-back. So what's this one? No, you're a lower RAM one. You might be... You're kidding me. I took the freaking SMC off this one, and this is the one I'll probably want. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, definitely not those two. They don't have the sufficient RAM on them. Okay, why would have I picked this one? Do you think it's bad to steal a good SMC from a dead customer board and replace it with a dead one? Ah, yeah, well that was actually the predicament I had right here. And I ended up, like I bought these boards, and I ended up taking the SMC off this one so as to fix another board, when I could have nicked it from somewhere else. Bloody hell, it is a 3476. So I'm now have created myself twice the work I wanted. And I don't know what the actual fault of this one is. So we're going to... We basically have a choice here. We can put the SMC, a new SMC on this. It looks like a cleaner board overall, but we don't know what the fault is. So we're kind of going in blind. Or we can try and deal with all the messed up traces and whatnot here on this one. So, So I guess the question is, what route do I take? The cleaner looking board with no SMC, or the dodgy board? So I do have replacement SMCs now, like this is off the donor, so I can just do a direct swap. Someone wants traces. Lures wants traces. SMC is boring. Mess up the traces on the SMC one and show everyone who's boss. Oh man, all you people going after the trace fix job. You're a bunch of sadists. Maybe I should just do the SMC as well anyway. At least restore it to its former glory. Alright, we'll start with traces then. You came here for Paul Daniels and not board repaired. Well, it's you're going to be disappointed then, aren't you? Well, I've got to take the fan off this one in that case. Some tough love, indeed. Farnell, did you really post that, whatever the heck, that dating site picture thingy? Where you say you got a broken pelvis, so no on top or something like that. Joshua, I think the problem, it's an ethics type thing. I mean, you're technically correct. It's like, well, what's the customer going to care? It's a dead board. Yeah, it's from a rational logic perspective, you're absolutely correct. But the trouble is, when you deal with the irrational, I mean, people are just so irrational. We all are. And so, yeah, it just gets a bit tricky. And I guess you're sort of in the predicament of, what if the board could be repaired by someone else, and then it is found, or they discover that you've swapped the SMC, and then you're on for that. So it's one of those annoying ethics committee type bollocks things. But I understand the predicament. Hey, House of Moth. Right. You got your dating profile. Didn't Lewis and Co. try to set you up for date and you completely botched it? Or was that Hi? Kind of sounds like more something Hi would mess up. Hey, Kristen, Texas, eh? Okay, just getting this damn plastic off. Might as well get the strip off too. It's a bit like human body parts. Like when people die, you still have the predicament, like if they haven't given explicit consent for donor part, taking kidneys or whatever, then it's a bit of an ethical conundrum. Okay, let's have a look at just see how bad this really is, and whether I'm being a fool listening to you people. I mean, as a general rule, listening to your audience is a foolish move. Oh wait, oops, you're not supposed to say that out loud. Hey Copaz. So we've got pretty much everybody on a Saturday evening in the States. You guys got nothing else to do in your lives? Shame on you all. Ahmed, whose accent you complaining about? Mine? Defpalm, I am seeing your messages now. Or are you talking about messages from another source? Did you see the web address I put? Let's see. Defpalm. Got a lot of retracted messages. Defpalm, I can't seem to see it. At least not with my quick check there. Okay, well, we've got to determine what we've got here. What's important, what's not. So I guess we'll bring up the board view, which admittingly I've already got up and about, simply because I haven't changed it. Nicholas, same board type for the same machine, but we're actually looking to see if we can fix another one to put in its place. Sort of like offer the client an option of, well, we can't fix yours, but are you interested in this one? Okay, what do we... R5870, that's kind of important, that powers that chip. So that's going to be very much needed. So we're going to need this resistor that sits here because that gives power to the chip. I wonder if that's a pin that it goes to. And the answer is yes. Oh wait, no, it goes to that one. So what's that go to there? Pin 16. Current sense CPU, high gain, positive side. Where does that go to? Bloody hell, right off to the other... Yeah. Yeah, we're really going to want to make sure we can capture this one. Through there. We'll probably have to pick it up from that little veer there. Alright, what about you? What are you? You are pin 1... Oh, that is where the power comes in. Why didn't that show up? Yeah, clearly I'm just a bit stupid. So that and that are all connected. That and that need connecting, and that is PP3 VSO, so we'll probably be able to pick up PP3 VSO elsewhere. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of options around. Jacob Anderson, good afternoon. How much does it snow in Australia? Is the snow ever thick? If you go down south, it snows. I wouldn't call it like exceptionally good snow, but it's probably seems to be okay. I'm located in a little gold mining town called Charters Towers. It's a real, yeah, probably the less I say about it, the better. It's got heritage, but I'm not really a big fan of heritage. I tend to find people get a little obsessed with that stuff and inhibit progress too much. But again, that's just me. Alright, see what we can rebuild then. Time to put on our Bob the Builder pants and rebuild. Just going to shift into a more comfortable position here. If I can, maybe, perhaps. Sometimes you feel like you just can't seem to get the right posture for these jobs. Aren't you going to check the mode first? Well, not probably really. I just want to first see if I can even get into those points. Some of them are looking pretty nasty. I do wish I knew where I put my surgical knife, the proper handle for it, because this is really starting to grind me. Kind of curious as to why this has a veer as well. Because if all these four are connected, I don't see why that would have a veer. It should have just been a surface trace right across there. Yes, very much several thousand kilometers. Well, not several, but a few thousand, couple of thousand kilometers. To get snow, you pretty much have to head to Victoria, or Tasmania, maybe a little bit New South Wales. I'm going to fail my geography class here. I think our biggest snowfield is Thredbo. This view has been a little bit difficult to come up. It keeps crumbling away. That one's strong, but this one keeps crumbling. Oh, there we go. And this is the biggest problem of all. This is our 3VSO. It's probably completely gone. I'll most likely have to run a trace for it. Hey, Prater. Canberra's in ACT, though technically it is also within the state of New South Wales, yes. It's a state within a state. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious as to why they've put veers there instead of just a surface trace. Maybe I'm missing something. Well, they're definitely connected. Yeah, weird. And they're connected. Very weird. New South Wales, the Snowy Mountains. Ah, yes, of course. God, I'm such an idiot. I fail at being a patriot. But then again, the sad thing about the fact that I fail as being a patriot is that I'm proud of it. Not in a put it on a plaque and stick it up on my wall type crowd, but just yeah. No, I'm not going to think about it. Alright.
Can't tell for sure, but it looks like a path has been cleared in the cat container.
Okay, so you want me to come over and have a look and check with you?
I don't know.
No,
Do you want me to just message Uncle Gary? It risks him knowing that they're there, but do you want me to ask if he's moved stuff in there?
no, I'll come over with you now and we'll have a look, okay? Alright. Okay, I gotta go. We've got a bit of an emergency here, so I'm sorry.